Hey everyone, how you all doing today? Can you guess what song that was? It's like my terrible rendition of it. I always ask questions and then I gotta wait for the response and then I have to sit here awkwardly. How's everyone doing? Feeling good? Welcome to Monday afternoon in South Korea. So wherever you are in the world, it's good to see you. Well, that was a Delta Sleep track, View to Fill. View to a Fill, I think it is. Yeah, really love that outro to that song, and that's kind of just like what I was messing around with last night. And I borrowed. If you're familiar with the brand pedal brand Red Panda, they have a pedal called Particle, which I borrowed off Ali, and it's just a wacky delay pedal. So I had that on at the start there. It's just making this delay constantly going. That sounds really cool. Hey from New York. Well, I'm a bit later today, if you noticed. So hopefully maybe get a bit of a different audience. I don't know. So welcome to the live streams. This is live QA number 28. I usually do these on Monday a little earlier, but I've started working again. I'm finished my holiday, so I had a class in the morning, and essentially I'm using my lunch break to talk to you right now. So I just ate loads of food really quickly before this, so I could talk to you because I know I like doing these kind of things. Right, yeah, someone said, what's in the box? So what I usually do for these live streams is I have a topic and I'll prepare something beforehand. Didn't have much time over the weekend. I was pretty busy, so I thought we'd just talk about bands that we like and stuff. And then this arrives at my door about 20 minutes ago before this live stream started, and I thought, well, we might as well put that in there too. So today we're going to do a unboxing as well. All right. Where should we start then? So should we do the unboxing now, or do you want to do it in a little bit? What do you think? What's the census here? And just to check, you can hear me, right? I'm not just talking to myself. And thanks for those who turned up early as well. I was surprised to see some of you commenting before the stream started. We're going to do it now. You can hear me then. I take that as you can hear me loud and clear. Right, so bit of backstory. So I've been hinting on the previous live streams that I did have another guitar on the way. So I'll bring that up now. So if you're not aware, I'm also... The only endorsement I have currently is with this company, so Got Guitars. So they're designed in the US, there's US team, and they make them overseas in China. Wonderful company. I chat with all of the other artists that they currently have on the roster. You can see me here. They're very progressive like style music, but I'm kind of like the odd one out amongst them all, I guess. But they sent me this guitar originally, which I messed up by trying to refinish it twice. I've told the story about that a few times. And they wanted to get me another instrument. And I said, if we go back to the home, basically there's this model that you see in the background here, the Satya, however you pronounce it. Let me just come back over to my face there. And back over to here. Nice and clear. Excellent. Yeah, thank you for all that. And I said, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to carry on being an endorsed artist, I want something that more suits my regard, so what I like. So it has to be the T-shaped guitar, and it at least has to have one Telecaster pickup in it, which it has got. So I've not actually taken out the wrapper yet. I have took the stuff out of the box, and so we can look at this together. All right, it's a cool shape. It's a very modern shape. That's for sure. And if you take a look at the box, there's no way like a a regular size guitar is going to fit in there, right? So this is kind of my, yeah, it is headless. So this is kind of my like collaborative model with GOG guitars. Oh. Hence why I did the, I put the paid promotion thing. It's not actually paid, but obviously I get this guitar. Yeah. So this one's got a, not sure how well that's coming across, but a roasted maple neck on it this time. And it had to be blue, of course, if you can see that as well. And it had to have the, here we go. Not sure if that, let's get that on the camera for you, but there you go. Crazy how small these things are. How like, wow, the new bridge is much nicer than the old one. I'll try and get that headstock up. What do we think? Nice, yeah? There's the back. Wow. It looks rather lovely, I must say. Sick, good? Yeah. So this is kind of the collaborative model between me. And they said if I enjoy this, if I end up really loving it, then they'll think about doing a signature model with me. So, wow, it's even got that like lock thing for the jack on there as well. So you've got a T-style Telecaster bridge and a humbucker in the neck. It had to be blue, like my other Telecaster, and mint green pickguard as well, like the Tele there. So it's kind of my modern progressive version of the Telecaster there. Heavy, is it? Doesn't weigh anything. Ash body, roasted maple neck. I think they're about 900 US to get by. I believe they only do runs of them, you see. So these are probably sold out by now already, because they sell out like hotcakes whenever they make a run of them. Yeah. So if you're interested in GOG guitars, definitely worth checking out. They ship worldwide, and this really well packaged, that's for sure. And yeah, nice guitar. So I'm not going to plug this in and play, because I want to get it all set up, set the pickup heights and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, I'm just looking at it, but I'll show you again there. Yeah, so a headless guitar again, and feels comedy. How tiny the fingers. Let's put them together. So like the traditional with the more modern update of it. They don't do metallic finishes, so the closest I got was this blue finish here. So not bad. And obviously this has a rosewood neck, but this one has a roasted maple neck on it. I like the touch with the Strat knobs on it as well. That looks pretty cool, right? Definitely a step up in quality. It is, yeah. The Stampede is a full length. It's actually multi-scale, as you can see. The frets are fanned. So I believe the lower down here is 25.5, and whatever the top goes up to like 27 or something like that. It looks cute. It's very tiny. Yeah. Nice. You're getting one made? Yeah, Skeptic, yeah, this would be great tour gear, right? I could take this on a plane, no problem, without them getting arsey about it. That's for sure. Great color, thanks, Sick. Hey, Salo. So yeah, I'll get that set up, and I'll have a whiz through it you'll be in a video fairly soon, but I'm excited to try that out. Chow Long, why not try a Strandberg? Very expensive. That'd be it, really. I have expensive guitars, but none of them. They're still like, $600-700 cheaper than like the cheapest Strandberg. So I would like to go and try one out, though. Yeah, this kind of like we can look at it as Strandberg's little brother, because like I said, this is like $900, and I'm not sure how much a Strandberg goes for, but it's a bit more than that, right? Again, they're pretty difficult to get a hold of over here. I'll put it next to the If it can go on the stand, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, pricey stuff, right? But I'm sure they're nice. No diss to any like Strandberg stuff or that. Well, they do look rather different from one another, right? Some great comments here. This is lovely. Let me try and get back in the middle again. Yeah, so that's what was in the box. So they don't know I'm doing this. They don't even know I got the guitar yet. So like I said, I just put the paid promotion on there just to be clear. Like I did get this guitar from them. So yeah, so I'm excited to try that out. It looks really cool. All right. Gonna have to run a bit shorter today because I got a class at 1, which is 45 minutes from now. So let's get to some questions. How can I help you today? The topic for today was talking about our favorite math rock bands, but I kind of got knocked off on a tangent with the new guitar arriving, so I might have to change that. Okay, Jeff Carter, Tavak, sorry, is that Junior? I was gonna go with Junior. Thanks for this. He said the Apellion video was great. By the way, huge props. How was it to shoot? So, yeah, thanks for the question. So last Friday, I released a playthrough video for one of my band's Mountain song, Apellion, and I shot that with Ali. That's at a local park. New guitar, who this? That was not a local park near me, just in the city center of Ulsan, South Korea. So it's like this kind of like ecological parks that has like a bamboo forest and stuff going through it. Well, bamboo trail, I should say, not a forest. Really lovely place. So I just took this camera that I'm using now and a camera stand, and we just thought about each part of the song and having a different scene for each part of the song. So it was fun day. That was actually back when I just got the Mustang in spring, and he had his Mustang, so we kind of like Mustang buddies on that one. But thanks for the question. It was fun to shoot that one. So we just had the track playing in like a earbud. And when you watch it back, we're quite static because there's just so many people about, and you don't want to be like rocking out when there's like no sound or anything. And then people are like, "What's wrong with those people over there?" But thanks for the question. It was a really good one. What else did I do last week? Yeah, I was super busy last week, so I didn't even get any guitar content. I barely got to play guitar last week, so there was just those 2 videos. Matthew, if they said if I filmed the video locally, it would just be fields. Nothing wrong with that. You could definitely make some good shots with that. Sam Riley says, I wasn't sure if some video was green screen at first. No, it's all real. If you check out like Tehua River, so it's River Park in Ulsan. Yeah, I guess some of it would look green screen, but all of that stuff that you see within that video is within that one park, which I guess is pretty cool, right? Okay, great question, Sai. Unrelated topic, but how is the Noodles pedals faring now after spending more time with it? Last week I did the gear, how I get my sound for different guitars, and yeah, I really like the Noodles. It's just my always on pedal to just sculpt the sound. Before I was using if you're familiar with the Vox over the top boost, I've featured that in a fair few videos, and then that was my always on kind of sound, and the Noodles has replaced that. It's a lot more reliable and a lot less noisy than that pedal. All right, Kate, her ground control audio is in the house actually. Are you not out hiking somewhere? That's all I ever see you do on Instagram. Just kidding. Favorite band is the Spice Girls. My favorite band when I was a kid was the Spice Girls. So, at one point in time, it was also mine. Hey, Punkster Bass is in the house. If you haven't checked out Pedro's channel, really good, like for bass math rock stuff. Go and check him out. Hey, Lucas. Lucas knows who they are. All right, so I'll try and steer us in the direction of bands that we like. Favorite bands. So there was a reason why I started off with Delta Sleep, because I am on have been for a while, a big Delta Sleep kick at the moment. Completely excited, ecstatic for the newest release. I think that's coming out in October, and I've listened to the two tracks, the two singles, The Detail and A View to a Fill, lots of times. I'm just going to say that on Spotify because I love those two tracks. And for me, it's just what draws me to that band is the use of their, the use of, how to phrase this, but the way they put like the harmony together, so a chord progression. You have this. Better if I demonstrate, right? Words is hard. A lot of familiar names. I'm glad to see people coming back. Good to see you again. Funeral. Just to let you know, if you put any swear words, curse words, the Google thing, the YouTube thing will hold it. So if you're wondering where your comment was, funeral, it was there. Gonna sit in this awkward position so you can see the guitar, but like in that, let's turn the synth off. So like have like an established progression like that, and then they'll bring in like like that chord that's always like augmented kind of sound, but it's always that like semitone up. So it has that lovely tantrum release, and they always throw that kind of chord in there. Like another song of theirs, like in strong for knee. They go between that semitone kind of sound. It's very unexpected, but once it happens, your ear gets used to it. They do that like kind of thing all the time. Like in. Sorry, I think the fan's blown into the microphone. Apologies. But yeah, that I'm trying to think of some more examples off the top of my head, but I think that's what really makes their music special. Is not many bands currently in math rock do those kind of things. That kind of thing. Need to stay focused. Maybe playing always focused will help me do that. So go back to Funeral's question. I learned always focused and F'd my left hand. Fingers of a left hand fingers are sore. Any tips to make them stronger and hurting? Just don't overdo it, because you're going to injure yourself. So just keep at it. Go slowly. Build up that strength over time. Exercises are going to help you there. Make sure you're warmed up as well before you do that. And don't try to play past the speed that you can currently play. So I always say get Guitar Pro. I'm not sponsored by Guitar Pro, but I can't stress how good that program is. If you can get something like it that's free, then perhaps go with that. But it's well worth the money. I bought it on the Black Friday sale, so I could get it a bit cheaper. But with that, you can, with that always focused thing, you can isolate just the phrase or the entire riff, and you can just keep repeating that, and you can slow it down, and then you can play along with it, and you make sure that you're nice and tight and everything is in time. So I can't recommend that program enough. That would help you as well. All right. Yeah. So any other Delta Sleep fans in the house? That's all I'm going to ask for now. Do you get what I'm talking about? Right, carrying on now. Matthew, at the moment, favorite, most listened to are Enemies. Love Enemies as well. with Enemies, I started with the first main record, We've Been Talking, and like the first few tracks on that album are wonderful, really good, and then it gets a bit lackluster after that, and I really dug that album for a long time, and then it was Embrace right after that, and that one, like, I didn't like the mix on it so much, but like things like Indian Summer, that song is just, it's a fantastic song. And then that album actually became my favorite, even with the latest one before they split up. Is it Interstellar Waves, or is that just one of the names of the tracks? But that last album was really like well produced, and there's some absolutely fantastic tracks on that. So if anyone's listening and they haven't heard of Enemies, go and check them out. Really good. Right, carrying on. Then we got Giraffes. I do like those as well. I've got one of their posters up there that I got from Top Shelf Records. But my favorite one is going to be Super Bass, the album with the longest title ever, because it just reminds me of that like practice studio vibe when you're trying to gel stuff out, and it's just, the mistakes are in there. It's a wonderful record, that one is. Okay, everyone, if we're going to talk about favourite math rock bands, you're going to go with Fall Out Troy. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider them math, but they definitely are within that vein. Me Too, at one point in my life, was probably my favourite bands. Like, like my best friend, we used to listen to them all the time, and whenever in the car, it was always when Manipulator came out, so we used to listen to that album from the start to the end every single time. Really, that's probably my favourite album by them, for sure. Okay, Skeptic, my Sailor Mouth is gonna fail me. Well, yeah. Okay, noted. Funeral, excellent. Yeah, just so don't think that I'm taking your comments away. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have any admin staff to help me here. Okay, Garrett, Stage Kids. Okay, good stuff. Also, yeah, Via Luna. Yeah, I've only listened to one of their EPs. I think it's an EP. And Calm and Clear, I think that's the one. And that's a really fantastic record. Some really, really good, like, rhythmic stuff on that one. Okay, Donovan, your favourite math rock band would have to be Hella or Don Cab. True Organised Chaos, yeah. So I think I put that phrase on my website. So it's like, with these like kind of bands that like Giraffes we were saying, and if we're going to earlier stuff like Don Cab and Hella, it's like, it sounds like chaotic, right? But it's all rehearsed. So that's truly what's really cool about it as well. It looks like it's improvised in some sense, but it's not at the same time. So it's wonderful stuff. Those kind of bands, I do listen from time to time. Don't listen to them all the time. I find it sometimes it's quite hard to listen to, but like that kind of band live, like, it's just one of the best experiences to have, in my opinion. Yeah, Stage Kids are good. Yeah, Punks the Bass, Via Luna again. Via Luna, are we going with? I'm just going to go Via. Really, I do like Don Cab, Sally. Probably, if I had to choose a favourite, it's probably going to be not American Don, even though I started with that one, because like, just, yeah, Fire Back is just such a good song. What's it? My memory's all over the place when I try and do this kind of thing. But the one with the the apartments and the green color album, that's my favorite for sure, I'd say. Oh, I can't remember that one. Is it like self-titled or something? I don't know. Someone will tell me and I'll read it like 10 minutes later. Okay. Carrying on down, we've got some great questions, great answers here. Hey Kuji, just scrolling back up past if I missed. Yeah, Don's pretty neat. OG, but overrated. Okay, Shao, what influenced your music the most? I don't know. when I think to my own playing, my best friend influenced me a lot, the way he plays guitar. But if I was going with bands, then it's probably going to be Coheed and Cambria, believe it or not. But not really the way that I play guitar, but like the chord progressions and stuff like that. That definitely comes through. I feel like, especially with like that, that sus kind of shape. And that's where I learned that originally, and I just think that shape's like a really good alternative to a power chord in most cases. More wackier stuff, probably like Fall of Troy. It's going to come through there. When we start going more emo stuff, I was learning like Braid stuff and like the Get Up Kids. There was a band called, I put it in like this emo video I did years ago, called Races to April, and they used a lot of the chords that I like to use as well. It's a whole like amalgamation of stuff basically, but I need to give it some more thought. But great question. If I think of some more, I'll add in as I go along. Okay, Skeptic Sleep is one of my recent faves too. Great stuff. Lucas, I love Sleep, just listen to him too much. That's going to happen to me soon. Don't worry about it. That's like I get into a vein of listening to a particular artist and then have too much of it. Like like before Delta Sleep, it was probably Eternity Forever, that EP. I just listened because it's just really cool, just listening to that over and over again, and I think I've listened to that to death now. I started learning the track Movies on the Mustang last week, so I'm going to try and learn that intro riff to that one. Okay, carrying on. So, Nomad, which Enemy song should I learn first? Oh, I don't know. That stuff is like, it's kind of like texture-based stuff. So, like the interplay between the two guitars and stuff is a lot of rhythmic stuff, and so there's not really loads going on to learn guitar-wise. So I'm not sure if there's really a track. Like just thinking of like Indian Summer, it just all sounds like ding 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 ding, like very staccato. I don't know. Have a go at anything. That's probably the worst answer you wanted, but yeah. Someone else recommend. I don't want to do it. Skeptic, Spy Dolphin. The first track I heard was probably Spy Dolphin, and then I got hooked on Twin Galaxies. I was listened to it to death like about 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, thank you, Matthew. They gave a recommendation. Probably Play Fire or something as well. Embark Embrace is also your favorite, Nomad. Excellent stuff. Two Nights. Super Link MC. Love that one. Is it EP? It would be an EP. It's like green blue cover to it. Yeah, that one. I can't remember the name, but I think that's a special record. That's cool. Again, I found Two Nights through the Little Elephant video they did on YouTube. So go and check out Two Nights if you haven't. That was really fun. And it's a Stratocaster. There we go. If someone telling me you can't see strats in math rock, there's a Strat for you. Wait, it's kind of emo math. Sorry. Okay, Gabrielle's done it. Chon be a favorite too, yeah. Skeptic Grow holds a special place in my heart. I am a Chad. I am a Chan fan. Wow, give me a break. I am a Chan fan too. Grow was probably the one that I got into first, and it was homey, and not really listened to the newest one so much. I'm not sure what's going on with Chan at the moment. I hope they're still writing stuff. Like the Paste sessions in New York, like go and listen to the track Rosewood. Really good live session there. Lucas is the classic. They said they are the classic TTNG guy. Excellent stuff. When I came to Korea, I was on a massive Animals. Like that's all I was listening to constantly. that album back to front. And again, I think I listened to it too much, because then I didn't listen to TTNG much after that. But that's probably my favorite record by them. We got a Timmy Henson, yeah. And I just spilt coffee down myself. That's embarrassing. So I have to do with a coffee stained t-shirt for the rest of this video. I shouldn't have used a good camera. You won't be able to see it. Trico is for Ezra. Yeah, excellent stuff. I want you to tell me what you really enjoy about these bands too as well. Because like there's some bands that I don't enjoy. And perhaps if you told me what you like about it, perhaps I'd see it from that perspective. Okay, FIFA collab for Troy, for FCP. Yeah, FCP was good on the live show. Excellent, yeah. Okay, wow, I got a lot of comments here. It's going faster than I can read, which is good. Otherwise, I'd be sat here in silence. So I'm just going to skip over a few and try and keep up. Okay, this is a good question. Not really related to band stuff, but you can always throw in musical stuff here. I'll try and get to that. So Afro, I'm just going to call you that. Hi, Steve. Not sure if you talked about it before, but what do you have to say about harmonizing, adding chords with a bass guitar? So, yeah, all for that. I think that would sound wonderful. So, 2 ways you could do it is either get the bass to play the root notes, leave the root note out of the chord you're playing, or play an inversion or something like that. That was so you're not doubling up on those notes so much, if you get me. I think in Mountains what tends to happen is Ali doesn't know anything about music theory, but has a good implicit knowledge of music theory, so he hears things. So I'll play the full chord and he'll be playing stuff over the top of it that harmonizes with it. So there's that way as well. Yeah. It's there for experimentation. Whenever I record like a like when I did that Diet Chon song with Vince, on that track I left out the root notes in the guitar and I just filled them in with the bass, and it gave a lot more breathing room for the the lead part over the top. So yeah, that there's you can definitely do stuff like that. I know that's done a lot in jazz, but perhaps it's something some of you haven't thought about before, but leaving you can leave a bit more space that way. All right, yeah, but thanks for the question, really good. Okay, okay, so Vaxidis Destia Tia. Oh wow, I need to learn some phonics. They said it's a pretty obvious answer, but their favourites are Don Cab, Giraffes, Terra Malus, and Hella. Yeah, they all fit within that same vein. Yeah, cool stuff. You also love the math adjacent Midwest emo stuff. Yeah, very much the same. Captain Jazz. Yeah, Cute and Not You and Snowing. Yeah, I've been listening to Owls a bit again recently as well. I think that one's some really fantastic songs on that. I like with thinking back to like Joan of Arc. Like I really like the first record, and then there's a few tracks on other records, but it starts to get very, very like what's the word? Avant-garde, and just a bit too weird for me. Musically, with the later stuff. Farraquet with Jacob, excellent stuff. Yeah, Punkster Bass Planets. Yeah, Ali's been telling me about Planets. I still need to listen to them, and I've seen you talk about them before. Excellent stuff. Lavaland by Piglet again. Yeah, they're really good. You know what? Byron, I think you've been here before, so thanks for coming back again. The other day I was driving somewhere and I was like, I just need to throw something on, and then like Piglet was the recommendation. I was like, tell you what, we're going to listen to Lava Land, and yeah, same thoughts there. I like Covet, Chow. Yeah. Don't listen to all the time. I've been on a standards kind of stint as well. Like when I'm in a shower in the morning, I'll throw on from Fruit Islands, because it's just fantastic record. Covet, for me, it's like each record just has some really, really good tracks, and then there's just some tracks where it's just like it doesn't really speak to me that much. So don't really listen to, not a die hard fan in that regard, even though I bought the YY10. But yeah, something about her playing is very magical and enticing. Paolini, yeah, not quite math, but definitely I like the fact that he himself doesn't try to make things too overly technical. It makes things more musical. So I'm all on board for that. Okay, Maps Analysis was a really big fan of theirs. Like after hearing You, Me and the Mountain, is it? The EP, like a friend showed me on the way to band practice one time. I was like, this record is amazing. And then it was Patchwork, which was like the Beatles meets math rock in a way. And that's like one of my favorite records, probably. Well, my favorite record of theirs for sure. Fantastic. And then haven't really listened to anything like Beware, Be Grateful or whatever it is after that. Not heard of Hollow Ran, Matthew. Okay. There we go. Bring that back. Yeah, the Trees, Hollows, whatever. One of the first record is the debut one is really good. Like, I forgot the name. Every Place Is a House, right? Like, yeah. I was going to play the other part, but I remembered I don't remember that part. But that, again, with that album, starts off really strong, and then there's a few dud ones on there for me. Right, Mirage. Yo, you all heard of Mountains? I'd never heard of those. Sound pretty bad. They're pretty not. And then Mirage, they're pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Cambria All the Way with Matthew there. I've seen Coed a few times live, and it's always a wonderful experience. I don't like the newer direction so much. Like I fell in love with Second Stage, Turbine Blade, and In Keeping Secrets, The Silent Earth. Those are the two albums I started with, and really like those two. It was back when I had a portable CD player, so I just had those two records. And when I was on holiday with my parents, just listening and learning songs off those records was fun. You got to see them live in Rio, Rock in Rio. That must have been a massive venue. An experience there, Punks the Bass. Yeah, going off on a tangent, but like I went to see Foo Fighters when In Your Honor came out in Manchester in England, so like 2005, 6, something like that. And that was like, we were near the front, and standing up all day, a lot of bands playing, and like didn't really enjoy that experience so much. But then like when the Foo Fighters came to Korea, when was it? Korea, it doesn't really matter, like 4 or 5 years ago, and they played adjacent to football stadium there, and it was like nobody there. So like me and my friend got to stand at the front pretty much of like a Foo Fighters gig with like probably about 7 or 8 meters from side to side. So that was an experience, that's for sure. But it was a small crowd, but they certainly made a lot of noise. And then that gig was awesome because I know you never get to see Foo Fighters that comfortably anyway. But I digress. Okay, Garrett, they're more prog metal than math rock, but Arch Echo is so good. Never heard of them before, but they said super catchy riffs while being melodically and rhythmically complex. Yeah, that sounds like reminds me of like where you described that of like mono body. That stuff's wonderful. Okay, this is a good question from Salvador Rodriguez. Greetings. I'd like to learn some songs by ear. Would you recommend some standard tuning stuff to begin with? Yeah, for sure. I'd really recommend standard stuff. You're going to have a hard time in different tunings because just everything is everywhere, in my opinion. But with learning stuff by ear, I recommend starting phrase by phrase. So if, let's say, you're learning a guitar track. It's easier when there's one guitar track, for sure. If you've got two guitar tracks, if they pan left and right, then take off one headphone and just listen to the one. If you can slow it down, like watch a live video, turn it down to 0.25 and, go note by note in that regard. Very tedious, very boring, but it will help, and you'll slowly build up speed that way. And especially if it's like a live video, if you can see what they're playing as well, that helps. When I've transcribed stuff, like I did, what am I going with again? The popular math rock riffs you should learn, or I was doing inspiring math rock riffs. So for those kind of things, like when it's a track that hasn't really been looked at, like when I did Golfer, I learned that by ear, and then that was a challenge, doing that. So just listening literally note by note and transcribing it into Guitar Pro. That's the next thing. You definitely want something you can write it down into as well. That makes it much easier. Even if you haven't got the rhythmic phrasing correct, as long as you've got the the notes, the melody there, that will help you out. All right, 7 more minutes, and then I need to fly. But some really good questions. So hope that helps you out. Lucas said, really love Monobody. Excellent, yeah. More jazzy, but they definitely have some of that mathy elements in there in places. Kate Solo, Toe, yeah, one of my favorite bands as well. Sound pretty clean, but very unique. Not really listen to any Zero. They asked, do I listen to any slowcore stuff? Not particularly. Okay. Oh, yeah. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves as well. I always forget to mention that at the start. Okay, carrying on down. Okay, now the chat has jumped. Where was I? Toe. Effing, that's the one. Super Link MC. Yeah, that's the name of the EP, the 2 nights one. Yep. All right, going back up. Wow, there's a lot of comments. You guys are chatting away. This is great. Okay, I can't get to everyone though. Unfortunately. But I am reading. Just know that it was part of it. Yeah, Tremolo plus Delay. It's just funny how that song has no lyrics, but like people sing the the melody whenever they play it live. That one section, which is really fun to see. So, like Toe was one of the best bands, like most enjoyable sets I've watched live. It was just after Hear You. I got the poster over there. That when that tour, they came over to South Korea, and was really fantastic experience. Like starting on classical guitars, sat down, but like rocking out on classical guitars. It was an experience. Camp, they said Elephant Gym. Yeah, Katie Chang, huge inspiration. Excellent stuff. Yeah, Elephant Gym as well. I think I've said it before, but like the week Mountains played in Taiwan, they played at the same venue like the week before, I think it was. So I was like, could have seen them if it was the same week, right? Not playing the same night, of course. Nomad, so you're saying I need a second guitar? Always need more guitars. Just kidding. All you need is what you're comfortable with, all right? Hey, watching from Brazil. Is it quite late there, I guess now? I started later today, like I said, so I think it pushes everyone's time a bit forward. Ciao, Trevor Wong collab, when? Like I said in the few previous streams, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll try to reach out one more time, but every time I do, he's busy with stuff. So, but I would like to do some kind of perhaps I'll make it easy for him. Like we'll do some kind of like harmonizing chord progression kind of thing. I think that would look cool. You got a Dan Electro because it's 2 nights. Okay, excellent stuff. The only stuff I've seen him use was a Strat on a live video. So. Skeptic Chad the Chon fun. That's a clever play on the words that I used. I'm definitely a Chad, Mirage, yeah. So, okay, carrying on. All right, let's just see if I can pick out something good for last questions. All right. Mirage, yeah, love standards. Too much tapping. It's okay to do lots of tapping as long as like it's musical. It has something to it, a flow. Like when it becomes too showy is the problem, right? Okay, well, thanks for this, Pico. A favorite album is Tenses by Mountains. Thank you. Oh, it's live. Hey, Sydney. Yeah, so I'll be just a sec. I always count on tiny moving parts these days when it's stressful evening. Yeah, something just easier to listen to, right? Yeah, I was on a big when Breathe came out. I was listening to that like all the time. Okay, so Matthew Code was the beginning of actual chord playing for me. Nothing wrong with that, but cool stuff. No, Sydney. So what brought me to Ulsan? I'm not kind of. I mean, you must know that. So in Ulsan is the Hyundai, I should say, car factory is here. So there's lots of mechanical engineering. It's absolutely insane. Like when you see like there's like two shifts. So when you see like the amount of buses that drop people off from the factory, it's pretty crazy. Like, no, I teach at science university called UNIST, which is like Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology. I don't teach science though. I teach I teach English there, so English as a second language. So like teach reading and writing, and speaking and listening, which is what I started today, and I will do that in 10 minutes time because I have a class. So like I said, just using my lunch break to come and chat to you all. All right. Gonna have to wrap it up. I see Colour here. David B. Colour Anthology is awesome. Yep, just a combination of all of their singles and EPs and stuff. Ghost and Vodka, good choice there. Favorite Japanese band, MC Double T. It's just these names are hilarious. It's gonna be Toe. Has to be in that regard. All right. Need more streams. The live stream will be every Monday. Probably going to be this time now with my new work schedule. But if there's any changes, I'll let you know. I know it's quite late because on the East Coast it's going to start at like 11 at night. But for you, if you're living in on the sunny side, on the West Coast there, it should be a nice, comfortable time for you there. All right. I gotta go. I gotta prep for my lesson. This was awesome. I hope you enjoyed the new guitar. There will be videos of that coming soon. Go and check out GOK in the meantime. I don't think they have any guitars in stock because they make like if you're familiar with like Ormsby and stuff like that, they do runs of, so they make a whole bunch of models and then they put them out like that. So this is like the Satya model, so they'll make another run of it again. So if you're interested in picking one up, you can there. They do like 7 and 8 string versions as well. But for me, 6 strings is 7 confuses me. All right, thanks everyone. Really appreciate you joining. There'll be some videos this week, hopefully two more this week, if not just the one. I just started teaching again, so I'll be fairly busy this week. All right. See you, everyone. See you all on, next Monday, probably the same time. You'll see the announcement for it anyway. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll chat to you again soon. Thanks very much to the patrons that are supporting the channel. And see you soon. Goodbye.